Hey guys, welcome back to Tower of God, a new world. Holy cow. Now, I haven't tested this yet. I haven't jumped in, but this is my first time using the buff effect, the new feature that we get added into the game. And holy cow, this thing is way more broken than using a support character. I never realized it because I always try and leave it till the end. And if you watched my previous video, this exact team in my previous video without the buff active was around 4.8 million. Now we're at 12.6 million with the exact same team. It is crazy. I didn't realize how broken this is. So this is definitely the most effective one to use on the hardest stage that you're struggling on more than one enemy. So in my previous video towards the end of it, that was the hats video where I was talking about hats. We did a bit of a push at the end of it. I managed to clear this one, which I don't even know what deficit that was at, but I managed to clear this, but these two I was struggling with. So I was like, okay, let's test this buff. Now, once again, this is the first time I'm using it, but I'm pretty sure it just applies to all of them the whole way through until you either clear it or reset your win condition, which is crazy. Now, the one annoying thing about this buff active, before you press the buff effect, take a screenshot of the teams you're using, because once you activate the buff effect and make it active, it clears your teams on you, which is really frustrating. Luckily, I recorded a video with the teams that I was using, so I could just look at that and put my teams back in exactly how they were. But if you're feeling really close, just check your teams first. But this is incredibly amount of buff it gets. It is actually cracked beyond belief. When they said it's going to help you win, it is going to help you win. Now, I don't know exactly how much stats it gives, but it gives a ton of stats. So I wanted to jump in and see how this goes because, like I said, I couldn't believe that it 3x'd my team's power just by activating this button. This is the absolute cheat code of the game. This button, you only get to use it once per week. Use it wisely. If it's a stage where it's a 3 enemy stage or a 2 enemy stage and you can beat one of them, then obviously you want to try and use your support mercenaries, one of your 3 weekly supports, to beat that. But if it's a stage where you're struggling with multiple teams, that is where you want to use this thing. And I'm using it in the last hour of the day, of the last hour of the week, so I need to get it done. But I want to see how if this works really well. I'm curious if we just insta-clap it or whether I'm still going to have to play through. But that added so much power, like 3x'd my team power. So let's see how this thing goes. I can't believe the power increase it's giving. Let's see. Okay. Honestly, still not easy clap. Still not easy clap. The enemy team is a Huarian, so it just comes down to timing on this one. So I think I will have to play around with this one a little bit. This one should be really easy. Look at my Huarian just basic attacking that guy to death. Yeah, this one shouldn't be an issue. The Huarian one is obviously still going to be a thing, so we'll try that on the first stages. That was easy clap. Let's see the damage that my Kaseya does to the blue dude up the back. Does she one-shot him? She one-shots him. Dude. Okay, now she should lock him. So we should have the Growler on him now. And then she should ult again. Dude, even my Karakas take... Oh, dude, she got wiped. Okay, adding that much power and I'm still struggling is kind of interesting to me. But let's play around with this a bit more. Let's just see how we go. Actually, let's check Big Dude in, see if he does any sort of contribution considering where we are. Let's have a look. But dude, I couldn't believe the buff, but I do think we will get this with this buff thing active. Now, I'm hoping it still applies. It should still apply, yeah? Yeah, because it applied to all stages when we did it. It'd be silly for you to win one stage and then it be like, see you later. Dude, Huarian is so frustrating to me. So frustrating. All right, let's see. Okay, we didn't get the one shot then. Does that mean we've lost some effectiveness out of it? I don't know. Okay, drop Hugh, but we don't get the invincibility, unfortunately, and that's going to be what hurts us here. Unless she's feared. Dude, this is interesting because I am still struggling with that much added power. To be fair, my teams aren't the greatest, but I mean, they're not bad. We have been pushing at a fair deficit. So yeah, we still have that added power. We can't change the buff effect unless we reset our victories. So I'm gonna stop recording. I'll do a couple tries. Hopefully we can RNG into getting an Evan ult. I feel like this stage, nothing really changes. I feel like this stage was always, we just need to get an Evan and Ehua ult before the enemy team kills us with Huarian. And that's like, even at a lower deficit, it's still the same thing that happens. So we'll see how we go with this one. This one's just going to come out down to RNG with getting crits and shit. So we'll see how we go. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, there we go. We managed to finish it. We're 4 minutes before the weekly reset. We had to use a mercenary and the buff feature. So I'm not sure. So the buff feature, the way it displays power, I don't think is representative of if your account was just at that power. I believe it just increases your attack, defense, and HP. So I don't know. I feel like if I leveled my characters to the point that they were at that power, we would just like one tap things. But I was struggling so hard, especially on this stage, to be able to basically just what kept happening was I couldn't beat the race against the Rachel when she swirled me I just couldn't win that race. I couldn't get the Evan ult and Ehua ult off. I could sometimes get just Evan's ult off, but by that time Karaka was taunting and I couldn't do shit. So I had to put my Kaseya in there as my Rachel lockout to be able to do it. So this is the team that we did this one with. Wow, this was an annoying stage. So I don't know, like the buff feature, like it does make you more powerful. We saw it with the test on the final stage with like Kaseya basically one-shotting a unit that she struggled to do like 30% on before. Like it does increase your damage, but dude, it doesn't feel like I was at like a less than 2x deficit is what I'm trying to describe. But essentially, I just needed that Kaseya in this team. Nothing else could do the lockout that I needed because Kaseya doesn't just stun. She puts the Growler on that then locks out from using the ability. So that's the only way I was able to do this stage. As you can see, we do look powerful. We do slap it pretty hard. But yeah, that was annoying. And because I had to use the Kaseya on that stage, we ended up having to use a mercenary on this one, which is fine because I still had that one mercenary usage left for the week, so we had to put it on this one using the big Mashity just to carry the purple team because otherwise we just could not beat that first team. It was so incredibly difficult. I was stressing I wasn't going to get it. I spent about 45 minutes on that, but we did manage to eventually get it, but had to use the mercenary and the buff feature to get through that chapter. But once again, I feel like that buff feature is the one that you really want to use on those key breakthrough points that you're struggling on more than one team, because if you're only struggling on one team, often you can get away with just using a mercenary. And that's the way I look at it. But luckily, we managed to get through it. So that is the chapter 21 done. Moving into chapter 22, I'm curious to see the team powers on the boss stage because this could be... Okay, so... Yeah, now we're at like a 4x deficit on these in-between stages, which makes me nervous to see the actual stages. So let's take a look and see what we've got going here. So let's just go back in. Sorry, I had to back out. Now I'm going to have to get back into it. Adventure, let's check it out. What do we got? 21, 17, 15. And that is going to be purple, so I can attack that neutral with my Kaseya. Dude. This one is blue and yellow. Maybe I want to use Kaseya against this one because the power difference isn't too great because then I can at least beat some of these yellow units, but we got Grappling Man. Let's see. And this one's good. So this is going to be Huarian. So this is going to be my Huarian one. This is going to be, and then I'll mix the other two between the other two. Like if I do Kaseya here, it means we do have the yellow, which has an advantage over these purples. But this guy I always struggle with because he uses this stupid ability. Where is it? This one? Yeah, to the enemy with the highest attack. But that one-shots me is the problem they have with this guy. Also, we can't evade on this team because it's got apples. So maybe we do have to use the yellow team and just get around that guy. And then go ahead and use Kaseya over here. But the Kaseya team is... I can't even remember what power it was. I think it was like 34, 36, 3800, something around that range, which is going to be too much of a deficit to be trying to push with a 3 blue. So we'll see how we go. But luckily, we managed to use that feature. I got it out the way. Also, the day has just reset, so let's jump in while we're here because the daily reset has occurred and see if you guys can bring me some luck. I've been pretty lucky on my my free 5 pulls on the dailies. I think I've had 3 total. 3 total SSRs from it. One being an off banner, one being a sub wish list and one being the Kaseya. So let's see how we go here. See if we can get some luck on the free 5. Hopefully we can. Please. It's been a while since I've seen this SSR Plus, guys. Can't give it to me? No. Okay, you guys bringing me no luck on these. Bringing me absolutely no luck. Do we get some tenors? Do we get some tenors? We got 2 tenors. All right. It's all about getting that resource that we need so desperately. But that is where we're at. All the daily... Oh, it's the new week as well. So we got all weekly resets and everything. Dude, it is a busy time. But, ooh, the one thing I forgot to do. We don't care about that. I want to collect this because... Yeah. Oh, and it landed on the red. How do you do? Dude, they've really got to increase the clearing floor rewards. I mean, once you start clearing these higher floors, we should be getting like 20, 30 pulls in my opinion. I mean, I may be greedy, but there's summon income is quite good at this stage. It's quite good, but it doesn't feel rewarding when you clear a chapter anymore because you're still just getting 3 summons. And in early chapters, you'd unlock a story mode, which means you get extras 10 pull from the story mode and some resources, but you don't get a story mode after like chapter 14 or something like that. So I'd love to see that happen, but you know, who knows? And then just like back pay us for the rewards. That would be sick. I'd take that. Wouldn't complain at all. Just saying. Let's check this on. Sweet. I can't believe we actually got that straight up. Okay, so we had the gear swapped around as well. So let's take that. Let's take that. Let's take that. Let's take, swap that for that. Nice. Okay, so now we get the extra offensive stats on my Hwoarang. And now I am pretty strapped for gold, I believe. What's my gold situation at? Yeah, 3 million. But we're still trying to level up in the old Shinsu link. So, yeah, gold is going to be a very big issue for me. And so is Shinsu in a minute, because we're only at 28,000 Shinsu. We are boned for getting this next grade up. But, yeah, anyway, guys, that is it. We got through the buff feature. We got through the chapter 21. Now we are officially boned on chapter 22. I don't think I'm going to be able to push. But, hey, now that we got that far, I can stop... like handicapping myself, and I can put this in. Do I want that one or do I want one of these ones? I mean, that's probably more overall damage. No, this is I'd have to math it out over a long... Who cares? Let's just do that. At least we got 1 purple star. Looks a bit better. Looks like we're invested now. Looks like we're invested. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.